Hello, good afternoon. This is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well. And this afternoon's video is going to be a quick look at what I picked up this morning when I was out and about doing some diecast hunting. And as usual, there is virtually nothing around anywhere again. We've been pretty lucky here recently, as there's been quite a lot to find, but it's gone to the stage where everything has been gone through. There was apparently some new Hot Wheels arriving in my local Asda, but when I got there was nothing at all, so all I can think of is the case must have got put out and it must have just been snapped up that quick. But I was lucky enough at one shop to pick up some new Matchbox, or at least some Matchbox that I don't have in them colours. And the surprising thing as well, when I was out, there was quite a lot of premium stuff hanging around on the pegs, which was quite unusual. I didn't pick any of it up because I already have that particular set, but I was quite surprised to see any hanging up, because usually there's none. Usually here in the UK where I live, it's snapped up in no time. But anyway, that being said, we'll get straight into it, take a look at what I did manage to get. So we'll get straight in there, and I've got some variations to look at as well. So the first one I picked up again is from the UK series, and it is number 2 of 12, and it is the 1956 Aston Martin DBR1 in this cool red, sort of burgundy red colour. So that is pretty cool. So we'll get this straight open as usual if I can. I don't know why I always find these cars so hard to open, but I will get there. Now I have from this particular set, I think this is the third piece. No, it's not. It's the fourth piece to this set I have now. I have the white Land Rover Defender, which I've just done a wheel swap on and a giveaway. But I have another one of that. I have the Capri. I have the Jaguar Xk140. This is about the fourth or the fifth piece, I think, to this set. But this is pretty cool. Let's just put the camera down a little bit more. It doesn't like. So there it is in the dark, sort of a burgundy red colour, which is pretty cool. And just Aston Martin badge there. And as I said, I do have this in other variations. So I've got it in dark British Racing Green, which came from the Top Gun, or from the Maverick 5-pack, which is pretty cool. So it's got a bit of plate detail there going on, and again, no rear lights though. And I have it, I'm just trying to think what this 5-pack it came from. Can't remember the 5-pack it came from now. I'm actually looking at the pack, it doesn't say. Sorry, that's a lie. It came from a 9-pack. But this is probably my favourite one out of the three, just because it's got rear lights on this particular version, and the front's done as well quite nicely with this sort of dark red interior, and it looks good with the silver floor. And as you can see, you've got some pedal detail there as well, which is always quite nice. So I have 3 of that particular casting, and it's funny that I don't choose to. I'm not a variation collector usually, but it's just the way it sometimes goes that you end up with variations. So that is that. And then I've got this interesting little thing, this little skid steer, Matchbox skid steer. I believe it's a skid steer, which is pretty cool. And I'm not usually into this type of thing, but I thought this looked pretty well made, so I picked it up. And as usual, I haven't got into it. I always do this. And it's a really weighty little piece, as it's all die cast apart from the bucket, obviously. But yeah, it is a cool little piece. It's MBX's own version of a skid steer, but it is pretty cool. I must admit, I do quite like this. I'm not really I have quite a few construction vehicles in my collection, but I'm not really a construction collector, but I've just ended up with some. But this was definitely worth picking up. It's nicely done, tampoed all down the sides. But it's the weight. It's all, like I said, all of this is all die cast. Even this bottom piece is die cast. The whole thing is die cast, apart from obviously the bucket. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll put that to one side. I'm just making some room back here. 2 seconds. Then picked up another Mini. When I say another Mini, I have this in grey, but it's put away somewhere, so I've not got it out. Or have I got it to hand? Let me just have a look a second to see if I've got the grey version. I possibly can get the grey version out. 2 seconds. There we go. So there's the grey version. And this is, if I remember right, I can't remember if this was mainline or if this was no, right, that's right, this was the last UK series, I believe, and or was from, yeah, earlier on last year's UK series, and this is obviously in the basic. So there it is in grey with the black 5 spokes, and here it is in the blue with their usual, like a multi-spoke type wheel. And I can never ever get these open. Better. And there it is in the blue. Not a bad look in the metallic blue with those, like I said, like a multi-spoke effect wheel. And you've got Cooper on the license plate. So pretty cool. But if I'm truthfully honest, I think I prefer it in the grey, as I just like primer grey colour, but still. So there is the other version. And then we've got this 2016 Ford Interceptor utility with the Nypd on the side. And that opened up quite nicely. And there it is in the white. Excuse me. And this is a casting I do actually quite like. I do think Matchbox has done a pretty cool job on this. So I do quite like this casting. And it's got sort of the lights of partially tampoed on the back and partially tampoed on the front. Which is, so basically they've done side tampos and not the back, but that's the way it goes with Matchbox and Hot Wheels. They tend to only tampo, they'll either tampo the sides or they'll tampo the back and the front or what have you, or sometimes they'll do the roof, and you know, they don't never do the full car, which is unfortunate, but I suppose they have to weigh up the costs. And as usual, I have some other versions of this. So I have it in black, I have 2 versions of this. The other version of this has got a different livery on it, so this one just says Highway Patrol. This is from, I think, possibly 2 years ago, I can't remember now. And then I got it from a Matchbox Rescue, so this is from an MBX Rescue 5-pack from, I believe, last year. So this is Boone County Sheriff, but pretty cool. So there's the 3. So I'm doing pretty well for someone that doesn't collect variations. I'm going that way by the looks of it. So let's move that to one side. And the last piece, I don't have a variation of this one, which is pretty cool. I'm happy to have this, as I think they've done a really good job with this. This is obviously the 1994 Mitsubishi 3000 GT, so pretty cool. If I can get into it. And I picked up a premium version a while ago the Hot Wheels version of this. So I might take a look at that in a minute to see how it fares up to the Hot Wheels version. But so let's get this camera down a bit more. So straight away, it is a metallic black. You can see the silver fleck in it, which is a nice touch. So it's got nice looking paint, and it looks like you've got some turbo gauges there on top of the dash. And again, you've got these like a multi-spoke wheel, which don't look too bad at all. And the back's tampered in quite nicely. So you can see Mitsubishi 3000 GT. And the plate's got the Mitsubishi logo on it. But it is a nicely done casting. And the front's got the tampoed in indicators, and the front lights are part of the glass, so it gives it that whole inserted light detail look. But that is a cool looking piece. So let's just zoom out and see what the Hot Wheels version stands up to like. Just bear with me 2 seconds while I unbury it. Let me just find it a second, 2 seconds. And here it is, but it's actually a slightly different version. I thought for some reason it was the same version, but it's not. And this is a premium version as well, so it's obviously slightly better done. But it doesn't say a year on it. It doesn't say a year on the box either. But I should hesitate to guess this is probably, I should think, older. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it is a cool piece from Hot Wheels, but we have seen that before. But this is definitely the highlight of today's finds. It is a nice little piece that at some point in the future I may have to do a wheel swap on this. But anyway, so that is today's cars. So let's just get the ones I found today into shot. So there they are, almost. Let's get a better look. Back a little bit. So there is today's cars, and like I said, I was lucky because I don't know what I'm going to do next week unless some new stuff comes in. But like I said, we're going for a dry spell again. But anyway, with that being said, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more wheel swaps, unboxings, customs and restorations to come in the future. I have got a custom that I'm working on, and maybe possibility it will be done, what day are we on today? Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. So I'll hopefully get that out, like I said, on Wednesday. And anyway, with that, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.